is Aesop's The Eagle and the Fox. From the studios that brought you Carter's Habitat Project. Once there was an eagle and a fox. They were very good friends. They played together all the time. They were such good friends, like all of us, they thought about living together. So, the eagle made her nest high in the reaches of a tall, tall tree, while the fox decided to live in the underwood, where the eagle had chicks and the fox had cubs. The cubs and the chicks were hungry. They wanted food. Beep, 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 went the eagle chicks. Went the fox cubs. So the fox went off to find food. He walked and he walked. He walked and walked and walked and walked and walked and walked and walked until he found a particularly satisfyingly plump rabbit. So he got closer, closing in on his prey. The eagle and her chicks were hungry too. The eagle got interested in fox cubs. The eagle swooped down and grabbed the fox cubs, took 3 for herself, and took the 4th up to her chicks. Splatter, splatter. Blood went everywhere. So the eagle brought up the fox cub into her tree, proud as a peacock. The eagle dropped the cub in the nest of the chick. The chicks were very happy that they finally had some food. But when the fox got home, he looked at the eagle and her chicks and saw their blood-splattered beaks. The fox was less angry about the death of her cubs than her inability to avenge them. But fate soon fell on the eagle. She was watching with hunger 2 villagers sacrificing a goat to the holy gods. First, they felt the warmth of the fire praying. Then they got up and sung a song and danced. They danced and they danced. Even the eagle could see that they were praying to their god. They danced different kind of dances, which the eagle did not know. But the villagers danced and danced and danced on. Danced so much that the eagle got a little impatient, so she crept closer in the view of the villagers and fire, so she was wary. The eagle crept a bit closer to the fire, still watching as the ashes flew into the sky. And when the villagers abandoned their goat, the eagle crept very, very, very close. The eagle quickly snatched up a piece of flesh and landed on the nearest perch, not noticing that the flesh was still a-flaming. For a while on the perch, she felt the warmth and heard the fire crackling, crack, 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 crack. And then she noticed noticed it was on fire, so she stayed on her perch and waited for it to go out. It went out just as she had planned. She didn't feel the warmth of the fire or heard the crackling. But she felt the smoke on her body, so she waited still. The eagle realized that if she didn't get to her chicks in time, the flesh burnt out. She quickly flew to her nest and dropped the flesh into the nest. But when a breeze flew in, the spark might turn when it burned. It did fly in, very quickly in fact, and the chicks were sabotaged, burnt in their own nest. There's a first for a bird. The fire crackled on. The eagle knew that if she swooped in and saved her chicks, she too would catch. So she let her chicks burn. And they burnt on and on. And with every second, the eagle felt more in despair. But when the chicks grew a beard of fire, the fox started to watch. And the eagle still crackled and burnt, getting roasted and roasted, until their nests burnt and they dropped to the ground. And the fox quickly saw what was happening and stuffed his nose in and ate the chicks again. Blood splattered everywhere. And for it to be even more torture, the eagle saw the blood. The eagle was a witness of this terrible crime. She knew that she too committed a terrible. Swing, swing the fox's tail. Batter, batter went the eagle's wings. The fox was proud, and the eagle was angry. Not enough that if she was any other creature, she would hiss. But the fox ate on, as if he didn't notice that his good friend was watching in horror. But the fox didn't care. He loved this food. Plus, it got rid of her inability to avenge her. But, as I said before, the eagle was fuming. She stared at the fox, as if he'd been her mortal enemy since the day she was born. These are the actors that you recognize most from the story. These are some of the actors that you recognize most from the story. Sorry, I repeated that twice. These are all the actors. If you look below the fox, you can see the eagle chicks. Now everyone's together. The gang's all there. These brought you this film. These are the actors that made the narration. No, but only one could do the narrations. Psst, it's the villager on the left. The moral of this story is the tyrant, which is the eagle, is never safe. Never, 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 never. from who he opposes. That is the fox. And the fox and the eagle looked at their empty homes and decided they are now mortal enemies. And the descendants are still enemies to this day.